So let's start. First of all, you're gonna need to go on the description and download R2 Modman. This is a mod loader. It's necessary for both Steam and non-Steam users. Okay, so make sure you install it. You do a manual install right here, and it goes like a normal program. Click install the next, and you will get a program installed right here. You get this launcher right here, and after that, you open the app. And because I already said, as you can see on the, as you could see on the screen, before you can go back to game selection right here. This is how the launcher will look, right? And you select the game. You can either select or you can set as default. I just personally said this is default, since I will not modify any other game that is allowed here on this program. Then you select a profile. You can create a one, whatever suits best for you. And as you can see, I already have a boatload of mods already installed. This will not be how it looks like on your when you install for the first time. At first will be empty, and what you gotta do is you go to online right here. And the first mod that you need to download is BPN EX pack. This is a dependency for most mods that will allow other mods to work. It's basically a mod loader for Rush Cyberfunk. A little problem that I faced with BPNEX on non-Steam users is that the BPNEX will sometimes not work, and by that I mean it will not extract its files and will not open a console, as you will see short in the video. So even if you download it externally on the Thunderstore separate and try to use it manually, it will probably won't work, and it will not create things like the BPNEX and its dependencies and utils and doors.config and whatnot. So that's why you need R2 Modman, because the BPNEX will automatically generate those files and will actually help you a lot. You know what I mean? So you could install it manually if you wish, but I think that R2 Modman just irons out most of the glitches. And so now that you are here, all you have to do is click on a mod that you want. For example, let's just say that I want this fast cipher mod. I will click on it, and we'll TP to a cipher and swap characters and whatnot. And I click on it, and then click download. Alternatively, if you want to go to the website, you can also click on a website, and as you can see, it will just open it easily. And another thing that it will work is that you need the required mods. If you download it manually, you will have to go to them manually as well. So R2 Modman just does that for you. So if I click download here, download with dependencies, it will automatically download this mod right here that I do not have, which is Tari's custom API. As you can see, it's downloaded, and if I go to the installed folder, it will be here. As you can see, custom app API by Tari, which is something that I didn't have, and the mod will also be right here. Okay, so if you're a Steam player, that's all you gotta do. All you gotta do is click on start modded, and it will start the game, and it will be modded, and that's it, all you had to do. If you are not a Steam player, this program will not work. Yes, there is a download file for this launcher, but I would not have recommend using it because it's quite shady, and overall it's not worth the struggle. And to find the actual link, it's really weird and shady, so I will not recommend. So for non-Steam users, what you gotta do is you click settings right here, and you go to browse data folder. And as you can see, it will generate this stuff. You ignore this too, go to Rush Cyberfunk, go profiles, default, and right here we have all the mods installed right here. So as you can see, BPNEX will also pre-install its configuration files. So all you gotta do is quite simple. You open your installation of Rush Cyberfunk, open local files, and then you will probably not have this stuff, but you copy bpnex doors.config and win http.dll. do a Ctrl+C, you just copy, and then you paste on the game files. As you can see, for me, it says for me to replace because I already have those mods. And let's just say that you want to reinstall a mod, or I mean, download any other mods. You gotta do the same process over and over again, copying the same 3 files, pasting here, and substituting, overwriting it. If you want to remove a mod from here, you will have to delete bpnx doorstop config and win http, so it will not stay when you try to replace the files, because it will just add up to that and will not actually remove any mods that you previously removed from the R2 mod menu, you know what I mean? So make sure you delete them to actually remove a mod from here. But if you just want to add up another mod on top, you can just paste and replace all the files that it requires. And after that, it's pretty much it. That's all you gotta do. This will not, you could make also, there's a mod for that, where you can install custom texture files onto the characters. And if I'm not mistaken, it's already here on online. Let's see if I can find it. I think it's, let's see if I can find it. Drip Remix, swap skins and models. For some reason, this will not work. I tried it a lot. It just simply will not work, and will not apply any custom fonts and whatever. It will just not work. So I don't know if Steam users will be able to make it work. I personally could not, and my friends who had Steam version of the game also did not manage to make this game work. It could be because of another mod that I have, which is the quick style swap mod that will allow me to change gears and whatnot. But I couldn't be bothered. It's just too minimal for me to just use a mod that I can really do it manually. So to add actual custom textures like this one that I have right now, this one's for Felix. If you want to use a mod, you're gonna need another program. This one is called UABE from Serious Cache. It's basically asset bundle extractor. It allows you to change textures and basically extract stuff from the files itself. So let's just, you go to Rush Cyberfunk data, you go to streaming assets. If you want to add characters, copy the original character files instead of doing like how I did, which I copied the original textures instead. This is not good. Do not do what I did. I mean, you should do like something similar, but I really recommend you backing up your file itself. So let's just say that something goes wrong or you want to go back to default, you will not have to look through the program to find the actual models. So after you backed up characters, you can also do that for graffiti. As you can see, the graffiti right here. This one you add custom graffiti, this one's you add custom characters. They both work the same way, it's just a different texture and the way you find them. So you're gonna open UABE. This is gonna be extractor right here. I don't know. It starts on a little WinRAR, okay, as you can see. It's a really big file. Just gonna open UAB Alovania.exe right here. I made a shortcut to make it easier. I'm gonna open it right now. As you can see, this file will appear. You can click File, Open, and then you navigate to this file. You go to Rush Cyberfunk, Rush Cyberfunk data, streaming assets, and characters will be right here. You copy this part and you navigate to that file and open characters file. This will have all the textures, all the models of every character in the game. So you click Info right now. With Info opened, click on Type, so everything is organized. And what you're looking for is 2D textures. So let's go down a little bit. You can see a lot of game objects. You gotta be careful, or else you're gonna overshoot it and we're not gonna see. There we go. You're on the texture 2D, as you can see. The names are kind of weird. You're gonna have to like work around and see what character's name. For example, DJ Tex is like DJ Cyber, but at the same time it's just the mask stuff. So you gotta make sure. As you can see, there's also like gears, for example, the BMX and stuff and whatnot. There's actual skate textures and whatnot. But for now, as I'm looking for Felix, his texture is also actually named Legend Text. So if I go to DJ Text is actually DJ Cyber, and how the numbers work is that 0 means the first skin, which is the default. 1 is the other skins. Like 0 is 1 is the first skin, 1 is the second skin, 2 is the third skin, and so on and so forth. You go by that. So for example, if I say just DJ Text is gonna be the default texture. If I do DJ Text 1, it's the first skin that you unlock on the list, right? So for example, this one is a third skin, Legion Text 3. Okay, so what you gotta do? I'm gonna look for a Legion Text right now. Again, it's a lot of files. I'm gonna look up. We gotta look up for them. Okay, so the unmasked, which if you play the game, it's basically Felix without the red head, you know. It's called Legend Face text. So as you can see, if I go to plugins, you click plugins, you can export texture, click OK, go to the taskbar, you save it, and as you can see, it will generate the texture. As you can see, I already modified it. So as you can see, this is the texture, and this is the default one that was inside the game. Let's see if I can open it right now. As you can see, nothing much changed, you know. So you basically do that. You always extract. Once you copy and paste the character files, and you made a backup. Also backup the image itself. So let's say that you lose the character files, you can still re-import back the original textures. Okay, so let's say that I want to change the texture of this one. I'm just gonna redo it. Click on it, keep it selected, plugins, edit texture, click OK, load, select the file, and then you click save, and then you click file again, save, click OK, close this window, this will still be open, click file, and also click save. And then you can close the game. And now your files are modded. So now you have the custom textures. And to make sure that your game is actually modded, as you can see, let me show you guys right now. If I open Rush Cyberfunk right now, you will see a CMD window, which is the BPNEX, as you can see right here. It's opening the game up. You can see like the plugins that is being patched and stuff, you know. And the game will open after it loads. So it's basically reading from memory. You should not close this window, or else the game will also close. So I just leave it in the background, and as you can see, it's just Rush Cyberfunk for you guys. So I'm going to show you another thing. So in order to download custom files, like custom characters, without replacing one that you already have, what you gotta do is you gotta download this mod right here. It's Crew Boom. You should have this installed in your mod pack. As you can see right here. Crew Boom, plugin for installing custom characters. Once you download this and you run the game once, After you modded the game, you make sure you run the game once before you try to download other mods. So you open back up your game, go to bpnex, config, crew boom, and as you can see, I already have a bunch of models. So you just take crew boom, open the file, and then you get any mod. So for example, let's go Spider-Man low poly. As you can see, it has a CBB and a .json file. You just copy and drag it onto the file. So that's it. That's all you gotta do. If you actually have to remove a mod and you replace the files, it will actually delete them. So you will have to do it again every single time. It's sad, but that's what you gotta do. You're not using Steam, you cannot complain that much. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's how you gotta do it. That's it. Then you go to a cipher, and the characters will be available to you. Saves are not necessary, not really. And that's all there is to it. There's nothing much else. You can download other mods. You do whatever you want. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So let me just skip the cutscene. Let me start the game right now. So as you can see, I already got a mod for me right now, which is the Felix with the mask and without the booster pack, which is a really cool mod. But as you can see, for example, the mod that we have, the crew swap is here, the call taxi is here, everything is here. Your game is actually modded. So let's test it out a little bit. Well, crew swap, as you can see. And now, as you can see also, the Felix, the original texture that we modded, is working flawlessly. And I have the different textures right here.